I've saved over $100 a month by switching to Tesla insurance, but I've also had some experiences that made me question whether the savings are worth it or not. I'm going to share with you my experience with Tesla insurance, how I'm saving a ton of money, and whether it's the right choice for you to switch or not. First, let's talk money. Money. So it is true that Tesla insurance is saving me over $100 a month. I used to pay $230 a month with Progressive, which was at the time the cheapest quote I've gotten from any insurance company. But anyways, I had 25, 50, 25 coverage, which I'm not gonna go into the details, but basically I'm pretty sure it's the most cheapest minimal coverage you can have, and I was paying $230 a month. When you're looking at Tesla insurance, they'll give you a quote based on a safety score of 90. Now, I'm not sure if 90 is the average or just an arbitrary number they came up with, but when I got the quote from Tesla, they quoted me $180 a month for 100, 300, 100 coverage. So I would be saving money with better coverage for car insurance. And of course, the safer you drive, the higher safety score you'll get. And the higher safety score you get, the more money you'll actually save. So I took a risk. I thought I was a pretty safe driver and I can get a safety score of at least 90, and it turns out I was. I am now rocking a safety score of 98, and I pay $126 and some change a month. So compared to my Progressive versus Tesla, I'm saving a ton of money each month by switching. Now really quick, what is the safety score? Well, Tesla tracks certain aspects of your driving. For example, at least in Nevada, Tesla insurance takes into account these 5 things and bases your safety score off of this here. I say Nevada because in other states, like Illinois for example, they track a handful of more things such as driving at night and excessive speeding. And this is important because while I am showing off with a safety score of 98, my buddy Frankie in Illinois is absolutely struggling. Now you can be the judge on if maybe it's these extra things that Tesla is looking for or if it's just a terrible driver. But either way, my point is it's important to know what exactly Tesla will be basing your safety score off of, because ultimately that's where your premium comes from. Now, if you're a perfect driver, it's still not all smooth sailing. My biggest frustration with Tesla insurance in my experience thus far is definitely the customer support. When I first signed up for Tesla insurance, they actually put the wrong loan information on my insurance. And I didn't know that until Clark County Credit Union was calling me months or weeks later, threatening to send me fees or cancel my loan for my car. Now maybe it's my fault, I switched addresses and didn't get the mail in time, but either way, it's not a fun situation to be in. So to get this straightened out, I called customer insurance, and this is where the nightmare began. Your wait time is over an hour. Each time I called, over an hour. So I called and waited, and after 51 minutes, I heard a click, and I heard a second click, and the phone went silent.
Nice.
And before you go look for other ways to try to contact Tesla insurance, there's no email, there's no chat, you have to call. Trust me, I tried. But anyways, I work. I don't have hours a day to sit on the line and hold, so I had to call back a few days later. And exactly 1 hour and 23 minutes later, I got a hold of somebody. And they were actually very nice. They were super helpful, but the conversation lasted about a minute. And ultimately, maybe it was my fault. The fix to do my loan on my declarations page correctly was a pretty easy fix. So easy that I could have actually done it on my own through the app without having to call. And I knew that you can edit some stuff through the Tesla app, and I'm a pretty tech savvy person, but I didn't see any edit loan information page anywhere in the app. But it was there, kinda. It was pretty hidden. Here are the steps to find it if you're ever in this situation also. You go Tesla app, profile, Tesla insurance, view policy, policy, modify policy, vehicle, edit, ownership, and there it is. Now displaying Clark County Credit Union. Like, come on, that's a lot of steps. So going through that situation, dealing with them was a nightmare. It took a lot of time. They were very helpful, but still, it was such a headache. It was super stressful to get letters and calls and texts from Clark County Credit Union, and I couldn't do anything about it until I talked to somebody, and that was super, super difficult. But ultimately, I could have done it on my own. Now, when it comes to filing a claim, luckily, I have not had to yet. I have not been in an accident. But I can say, while I was Googling ways to try to contact Tesla insurance outside of calling, I saw a lot of people also posting about their frustrations with customer service, but I also saw a handful of people who said, although this is a very frustrating process getting a hold of them, the census seemed that yes, getting a hold of customer service is a nightmare of a process, but filing a claim is a big difference and it goes pretty smoothly. You can actually see in the Tesla app, there's a claims button right there. And this one's not hard to find. And then from there, of course, you can fill out details as you need to about your claim. It seems pretty simple, and the word is they're pretty good on getting you in touch with your adjuster, dealing with your claim, and being way more communicative. So in conclusion, the pros. Tesla insurance has saved me a pretty substantial amount of money over the last few months. And while you can love or hate the things they track, I do appreciate the analytics, and they're right there for you to understand and see why you're paying what you're paying. And I truly believe if you're a safe driver with Tesla insurance, you can save a bunch of money as well. I'm not going out of my way to try to be extra safe. I'm just driving normally, and I am rocking a safety score of 98. I don't know if 90 is average, but if I can do it, I'm sure you can do it as well. But remember, if you're concerned or unsure what exactly Tesla tracks in your state, I recommend looking up that information first before going with Tesla insurance. You don't want to end up like Frankie, but to give him credit, here is an updated safety score from Frank a few days later after he made a conscious effort to drive safer. Let's comment the praying emoji for Frankie to get his safety score up to 90. Another huge pro with Tesla insurance is the fact that you can modify your policy to great detail in the app on your own. But from my experience, I want to recommend that you get familiar with the app, familiar with where things are at, so if you have to adjust your policy, you know exactly where to go and how to do it without having to waste a bunch of time calling Tesla insurance like I did. The app, for the most part, is super intuitive, super easy to follow, and I love that you can change your policy from there. However, the biggest con, of course, is if you are in a situation and you need to contact customer support, you better have a lot of time on your hands. Although when you do talk to them, I will say they are very helpful, at least the lady that I spoke to. And also, to be fair, if I knew that I can edit this change on the app, this would probably be a 100% positive video. But also a con as well, because Tesla does track the way you drive. If you are naturally a bad driver, maybe like Frankie, then Tesla insurance or any other insurance that tracks your driving probably is not for you. Guys, if you have any questions about Tesla insurance, or if you have any experiences similar or different than mine, please comment them down below. And if you found this video useful, please give me a like, and if you want more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.